Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Yeah!
Alcohol.
Uh-huh. And, yeah. So there are other people here. Kind of bring this over here. We got one hand, another hand, and another hand. Hey. So, yeah. Welcome to another episode of Power On Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Taylor. Hi. And with me, hidden in the dark mists of the other side of this computer, is my co-host, Sushi. How you doing, Sushi?
I'm doing pretty good. How's it going, Taylor? This is a bit awkward having a bit of a live episode here, but it should be interesting.
It's good.
A few technical problems, but we're working around it.
It's alright. So, but yeah, and we have a guest with us, and this guest is a good friend of mine.
What?
Yeah.
You're laughing.
It's to hide my dishonesty.
Oh, okay.
And guest with us, and that is Arbel. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Welcome, Arbel. Coming along for the ride today. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Well, I'm not drunk, but it's been a long day. It's been a
fun day.
Very, very, very hectic day in a way, and I know I've come off a flight last night and such, and Taylor, you've been traveling, and
I haven't been.
Arbel lives here, close enough to
Arbel's
Tokyo,
not
so
doing anything.
he's just having a refreshment.
He's just
having a refreshment.
He's the drinker.
Having a good time.
He's having a good
But no, it was a good day. Very good day. We're hanging out in Tokyo today.
Yeah.
So it's been exciting. This is the second time meeting Taylor in person and first time meeting Arbel. So it was just really good. It was nice. It was comfortable. The last time I met Taylor was not uncomfortable,
Weird.
but it was definitely, a
Sexual
little feeling out.
tension
There was some. I know you couldn't resist. That's why I can't even come on screen. So
I try.
But no, it was nice. You're here, and just meeting Arbel this time was really good. It was very fun.
Exactly. And that's kind of this, as you can already tell if you're watching this on YouTube, is a different episode because you see my ugly mug, and you don't see the others because they aren't here. This is actually fictitious.
Yes.
Yeah, even though there was hands and I'm not drinking by myself. But so yeah, I kind of wanted to chat a bit because we did hit up TGS.
2012.
2012.
Yes.
That's important. 2012. Yes. Sushi and I went last year, and that was not too bad.
That was good. It was good.
I think Arbel, you went too, but you went separately? You were...
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I've gone a couple times.
So it was okay. But this year, we went and we kind of did it as we're doing this episode. Off the cuff.
Yes.
So yeah, do you want to kind of talk about that first, or we hit up Super Potato beforehand?
Yeah, in
like
the morning.
10 in the morning.
Right when it opens.
Nobody. So.
Yeah, it was a bit weird to be in Akihabara when there was basically nobody there. It was a bit odd, but it was good. We got it out of the way. For me, coming off the plane and having literally a weekend, it's nice because now I don't have to rush on the day when I've got to get on the plane to go home. I'm not rushing around to 5 different places around the city and then rushing to the airport. It was just like, it was relaxing today. Last year was a bit hectic. We lined up before the show started. We maybe 2 hours outside or something. And this year the weather cooperated, and it was just, as we already said, it was really comfortable, really relaxing. It was nice to just go around, go here, do this, see this, and just go with the flow kind of thing.
And with that, kind of want to apologize to good old Jim there.
Yeah.
Sorry, seriously, these two can vouch for it. Tried looking at message and you could not see it on the phone.
Taylor has a kind of an older phone, and
it's 3 years old.
Yeah, it's not exactly.
It's not up to date with the iPhone 5.
It's not a smartphone and such. So it was very, very difficult to see, and even aside from that, it might not have worked out really well. Just we were not really planning anything.
We were bad people.
It was very much just, when do you want to go to here, or are you hungry? It was, but it was nice. I really liked that this time. Instead of last time was just so scheduled, and sometimes that's great. It can be, but this time it was much better to not be on this tight schedule. We have to be at this place at this time.
Right. So so kind of want to open up with just we went to TGS for how long, guys?
Not that long, actually, this year. A little bit
2
shorter.
or 3 hours.
Yeah, we got there quite late.
Actually, no, it had to be longer than 2 hours.
Well, it was
longer
at
than 2
least
hours.
for Taylor and I, it was
We'll get
longer
in
2
that.
I think it
hours.
was
but-
12:30 by the time we got
Was it
there.
12:30?
So we were there.
Or
Okay, we
one?
were there 4 hours. 4 hours. No, 1:30. So
1:30 because we ate first.
Right, we had a little lunch and...
no, 3 hours. So we were there
Just
3
3
hours.
hours.
Right. Arbel, you kind of walked around and you...
Yeah, I kind of ended pretty early.
Okay, yeah. Understandably so.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's
I mean,
it's
it's
busy.
still
Yeah,
interesting.
what are your guys' thoughts on the whole experience of TGS? How, like, Arbel, you've been
Yeah,
at 2?
It's maybe 2 or maybe 3. I think
It might be your 3rd one here?
it's kind of changed. The floor is a lot different. It's a lot more mobile games. Sorry, a bit louder. Yeah, a lot more mobile games now, which is kind of disappointing, I guess.
Yeah,
But
there was a lot.
yeah,
A lot.
Gree was had a huge presence. So
And they had wonderful booth babes.
yes,
I
As
didn't-
always.
If that's what you're into, for sure. I mean, it's probably the biggest booth at the show.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
Gree is
definitely.
probably the biggest one. Would you say?
There was you had Gree, Namco, Bandai was pretty.
Was big. What was the other?
Was big.
The other.
Konami was pretty big, but that's because
Well, it encompasses
Hideo
a
might
few.
have been there.
Yeah,
It was
we
like
think he was there.
20 people back kind of thing.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah.
deep. What was the other mobile phone company?
Was it Gloops?
Gloops or
Gloops,
something.
yeah,
Right,
that
right.
was
That was
big.
pretty big.
That was pretty big too.
Level 5 was there this
Level
year.
5 did not
last
have
year,
relaxation.
last year they had a
No.
relaxation booth, and this year they had a huge booth. They
Yeah,
With
yeah.
Fantasyland, was that one of the games?
Fantasy Life.
something-
Life. Fantasy
Right.
Life.
Is that a cell phone game as well, or
No, I don't think so.
no?
I'm not sure.
I wasn't sure because we
I think
didn't.
I've seen a trailer.
We just
for it.
kind of only walked around the
Yeah.
level 5 thing. It was pretty busy, and to be honest, like level 5 makes some really interesting games, but none of that stuff looked really captivating this year.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just me or.
Yeah, I don't know. So, but yeah, so Arbel, you'd been to a couple,
Hmm.
and it's changed over time, and it's kind of drifted more to this mobile market. But like, and you said you were there for a short time, so you're just kind of like, okay, I've seen it, I'm
Yeah.
good. Nothing really to interest you.
Yeah, I don't think anything this year has excited me much. Anything
Tekken
that's
Tag
come out.
tournament for the Wii U.
No, not really.
One
I don't
of-
think
one
the
of
Wii
two
U
Wii U
really
games.
excites me either. I don't know.
Yeah.
The whole mobile scene is kind of
Yeah. It was surprising though, right? Like the Wii U was not
yeah
there at
much
all,
presence.
basically. And the 2 games that were available were just ports of something else.
But Nintendo doesn't really do the whole.
Yeah,
They
I
don't.
guess
They
they
don't. But
Yeah.
it was still 2 games. Still seemed very
Did they have
small.
really much of anything that was really them though doing it?
No, not them really.
Well,
but
that's what I'm saying.
but like
is
even
that-
Sega or Konami or Square Enix didn't have anything, right?
what would they have?
They had
What
Dragon
would they
Quest
have?
10, and that was it.
No.
It was.
True.
It was just. It was a bit surprising that the other developers haven't been even seemingly jumping on board or didn't have anything to show. I don't know if they were
Dun, dun,
prepared or,
Yeah.
or
The
what.
Wii U future is bleak.
Well, it's a little early to say that, but
Nope. Saying it now.
the jig is up.
We've got you, Nintendo. How about yourself, Sushi? What's your thoughts on TGS? Because you went last year, this year.
Yeah, I mean, last year was a little bit more of like the excitement of obviously meeting you was one thing, and then just getting off the plane and being so intense, right? And
The
lining
adrenaline.
up for 2 hours and not thinking like it was going to be the end of the world, but it was you had some expectation.
Mhm.
And last year we just walked around kind of thing and grabbed some flyers and got a few knickknacks here and there, and it was basically the same thing this year, but in a much more condensed time. And this year it worked out so much better because I think we already knew what to expect.
Right.
And knowing that we're not going to line up. I mean, you can line up if you want to get this stuff, but a lot of the time it's just not really worth it.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
you get a bag or something. I mean, we have a good example. We line up for 2 hours today, right?
Yeah. The sign said 70 minutes.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
The sign always lies.
It
Hmm.
did. And it lied by not 10
Oh, by a lot.
minutes, not by 20 minutes, but by 50 minutes.
Yeah.
It was 2 hours. We had to wait 2 hours. And why did we have to wait 2 hours?
Well, it was easy 2 hours.
I was checking the phone. It was definitely 2 hours. We were waiting 2 hours for none other than me being a tool and getting the Falcom file.
You mean one of these?
Yeah, one of these.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so you know that they're in the room. But
Yeah.
yeah, we waited 2 hours.
You're a
and-
tool because they were wearing the same shirt as you, too.
Yeah, they
were in those shirts.
They were in the same.
Which was pretty cool. Which was kind of fun.
I actually planned that. That was totally.
I'm sure you did.
My
chicks are on your short list of phone call numbers.
Oh
right?
yeah, totally. They're like, hey, he wears the same shirt.
Probably the dude with the glasses and the beard too, right?
Yes, all of them. We are all a part of the secret brotherhood.
The same brothel.
Yes, the same brothel.
The brothel of ease. But
alcohol.
No, I guess not to go too much further for me. It was just the expectation was a bit lower this year, so it's just I knew we were just gonna walk around, look at this and that, and then kind of just be done with it. I mean, I don't want to line up 4 hours to buy something in a shop or what have you. It just doesn't make sense for me.
Yeah, that's the thing is that if you show up early, you're still waiting in line
Right.
to get into the place, and then you have to wait in line again. And I really, it said 70 minutes, and I was like, I can manage 70 minutes for a file. That's really, I'm a defeated man at this point.
He's defeated.
But not like 70 minutes isn't too bad. It's like
Not
okay,
really
that's
unreasonable.
not terrible. And you get to like I tried the game. Yeah, I tried Celceta, and it was okay. I wasn't completely like oh my god, but the game comes out Thursday, so I'm not like sitting there. Oh my god, I gotta play the game because it just comes out Thursday. So
right. At least for you, right? Who knows when it's coming out in North America if it comes out. Right. So I mean, for me, it was a little bit more of like, oh, I could at least maybe try this game and what have you.
And you weren't really thrilled with it.
It was okay. I mean, I just recently played E7, so I thought it felt a little clunky on the Vita. It looked a little jagged. Not to its fault, but I don't really like the Vita buttons. I think they're a little small.
That's the first time really playing the Vita?
I've held a Vita and such, but I've never really played a game for at least that long. I haven't. But yeah, it's just
hard.
not for any reason. It's just like
no, I'm just saying. Holding and playing are two different things, sir.
Sure. But just, I mean, I already felt the button scheme and stuff, but
Right.
The buttons are really small. Like, they really are. I don't know why they went with that decision to make smaller buttons than even the PSP,
You
but
get used to it, though, I think.
I'm sure you probably do, I guess.
It's not too bad. That's why I really didn't have an issue with it. That didn't really come to mind.
Yeah.
Because I've played a Tales game on it, Tales of Rebirth, and it maybe at first felt kind of weird, but I just kind of adjusted to
I like the thumbsticks. I think the thumbsticks are great on that. They're so smooth and responsive really well. But, I mean, the music was fantastic on the game. We only got a little bit of it, but...
It's different, because you try... Because there's... For the demo last year that they had for Aonekiseki was the same, is that you could do a boss fight, or just kind of do the kind of... Not a tutorial, but...
Not sure, like
kind
an
of demo,
adventure area or something.
Fighting normal bosses.
Right.
And Sushi did the normal fights, and I did the boss fight. And the boss fight music was pretty interesting, and... I don't know how I'll feel about it playing the whole thing though. So it's kind of got that rock vibe that they've been going with lately. So
yeah,
we'll see as soon as it comes out Thursday. So.
Right.
Did you go for anything there, Arbel, or did you just kind of?
No, just walked around.
Yeah.
Enjoyed the women.
Enjoyed the women.
Plenty of them.
Enjoy the women.
There was quite a few women for sure. I mean,
yeah.
But that's kind of to be expected for that kind of thing.
Sure, absolutely. And I mean, Taylor and I, we're men. We're gonna look right, and I mean, we commented on the odd woman or two, but I mean, so much of it's just fake too, right? It's trying to make that situation of like the goofy guys that walk up to take a picture and stuff, and it's just like
goofy.
Oh yeah,
I'm
sure.
a goofy dude. You can see through the video, right? I'm pretty goofy. I'm over here on the goofy side, but you get the people that come up to they want to shake their hands. Like, I saw that they wanted to shake the hand. Like the woman gave the pamphlet, and he's kind of like,
what do I do? And he's just like,
kind of,
it's like he meant to like grope her or something, but he was just kind of like like shaking hands. It's just really awkward and creepy.
Strange. It's really.
And then Taylor pointed out, like, the guys that are holding their cameras, like, they got the big, huge, beautiful cameras that can take wonderful pictures, but they're kind of, like, holding them at their chest and, like, pretending not to take pictures of women and stuff, and you're just like, yeah, that's twice as creepy as just being like, can I take your picture, right? That's twice as bad. So, I mean, yeah, that's again, that is a show. It's to be expected to a point, but sometimes it's a little too over the top for me. I'm just kind of like, they don't really
It's all
need to
marketing, trying to get people
Sure,
to
it
come
is.
to the
Sure,
booths,
sure.
and
I mean,
I understand why.
who
they
is the
do it.
market? It's typically men,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
right.
That's what it is. So.
Right.
I don't know, Taylor. You got anything else?
No, not really. I just Arbel, did you really?
No,
Is there anything you
no.
just kind of
I
in and
just-
out? You just
Yeah, I just wanted to walk around and see the booths.
Yeah.
And that was
Booths?
about it.
The booths,
yeah.
yeah.
the girls.
the
girls.
boobs? Is that Freudian slip?
I don't think there's
See the
anything really
boob.
coming out that interests me right now
Yeah.
at the moment. So just to go there again.
Yeah.
No,
it
okay.
seems like.
Alright. But more importantly, we went to Luida's afterwards. We went to Luida's bar, and for those who don't know, I suggest watching my video on it. Well, kind of. But anywho, it's the Dragon Quest themed bar, and for Arbel, it's second time.
Yeah.
And Sushi was your first time in the bar.
In the
itself.
bar part, yeah.
And it was my second time as well, but third time because Sushi and I went to the karaoke non-Dragon Quest themed room.
Right, where we sort of got food.
Butt
but...
hurt about
Oh, well.
a year later. But, no, what are you guys' thoughts on it? I mean, what's... Arbel, what's
I
your...
like it. The food's actually really, really good, which is
Mhm.
really surprising. And
Yeah.
Atmosphere is great. I think the only thing I don't like is they really try to rush you out of there.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it last time, but this time I definitely did.
Well,
because
there was more people this time than
That's
when
true.
we went.
Yeah.
But the thing is that when you have to reserve in advance, and you have an hour and 15-minute slot, and you
Right.
have like an hour up to an hour to order things, and I don't know, it does feel a little
is bit
processed.
quick. I mean, because you're drinking alcohol and stuff, so usually you have like at least 2 hours.
In a real bar, sure.
Right.
Or vice,
Yeah.
whatever, right?
But this is also, for the most part, a standing bar, so
Right.
you're
True,
not really
true.
sitting
Yeah.
down, you're just kind of chatting. You might be elbowed up with kind of somebody who's not even really
Right.
have
right.
any acquaintance to.
Right.
But
But no, the food's good and the atmosphere is nice.
the
Yeah, I
people
enjoy it.
are really
Yeah,
funny
people
too.
are great.
Yeah.
They're really
There's
great.
always
'cause-
one birthday, and I wonder if that's real.
Oh, my
They
God.
just want the free
birthday.
cake.
Yeah, hell yeah. So next time it's my birthday. I don't care if
Exactly.
it's like January 3rd. It is my birthday the next time I go. But yeah, how about yourself, Sushi? This is your first time since I failed last time.
No, don't hold that too hard over your head. No, it was good. Arbel hit the point. I think the food was surprisingly good. I mean, we had... Well, you don't have too much expectation
Yeah, it's a
thinking it's a
themed cafe.
bar, right?
Mhm.
For one, it's a bar, so bar food. But then, aside from it, it was themed, so you're kind of like, is it just going to be like... It's going to taste okay, but we had some really nice stuff. We had that pork on a skewer. It was really nice. We had... the brownie was also really excellent. Even the curry was quite good. I mean,
yeah, mutton curry. That was
yeah, we had that. What else did we have there? We had the big chicken wing or the
big
turkey
chicken,
wing or whatever
turkey
it was.
leg, yeah,
That's always pretty good. We've had the other time.
Small metal pizzas.
The pizzas, those are good.
The Nikuman.
The meat buns,
Slime buns,
shape
right?
and
Those are
stuff.
good.
Yeah, like I really like the food. I think the food's pretty good for being, because those meat buns, they had the I don't think you might have seen them, Arbel, but they had at one of the convenience store chains, they had a special celebration for Dragon Quest where they had these blue meat buns.
Oh, I've seen
Oh,
those.
they were horrid.
They look
They were-
bad.
It was like eating out of a dumpster.
Oh.
I would
How
probably...
many times did you eat them?
I bought 3, ate like half of one.
And 2 ended up in the dumpster.
Back where they belong.
What, you sent them home?
I took them from whence they came. Becky, they were bad. Like I bit into it. I was like, oh, this is not edible.
Quite terrible.
Yeah, but no, these meat buns are really good. They have another one that's red bean paste, and it's kind of a really dark blue or black.
It's very dark.
Yeah, it's very dark. But the drinks, they're themed drinks. So
They're all good.
and
Drinks
they're-
were pretty good. I mean,
yeah, they different kind of cocktails, and you have kind of
a big mead of beer, and
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
They also have soft drinks, so if you're not a drinker, you can drink kind of like Dragon Quest themed Hoimi milk tea.
Sure, they had
or,
like obviously virgin drinks and stuff.
Right.
It was good.
So,
It's a little small. I mean, even from the outside, you're thinking it looks small, but because the windows are tinted, you're like, oh, it probably goes a little further back.
Ah, okay.
But it really doesn't. It's really that small.
Yeah.
Like it's tiny.
And then also like when you're sitting, well, not sitting, but when you're in the bar and kind of also outside, it's playing Dragon Quest music.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Yeah,
nice
that
if you
helps
played
the
the games
atmosphere.
and you're like, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
So if you do ever go to, or if you do ever come to Tokyo, since we're in Tokyo right now, if you do ever come to Tokyo, I definitely suggest trying to find a way to kind of reserve a spot to try it out. Just even though it's not, don't make it a priority, but you know, if you can, it'd be a cool thing, because it's nice if you, especially if you're a Dragon Quest fan, it's a really nice cool thing to be like, yeah, Dragon Quest. So.
Yeah, it's something different for sure. So.
Mm-hmm.
And you can buy the games there too.
Yeah, you can buy the games there, as well as I didn't really point it out. The first time we went, I bought, but you can actually buy phone straps and other things. I guess I should have said that if you.
I actually didn't even know that.
I am an asshole.
Well, because we came in so fast, right? It was when they're coming outside to bring us in. It's quite just single file. Okay, come in. Actually, I didn't even know. Was that right at the front? Or?
It's on the. There's what you do actually. I guess kind of explain is that these slips, and you fill out the slips for what you want. So if you want 3 meat bun slimes, you write the 3, and then at the bottom back where the drinks are, it has the games as well as the phone straps and just kind of other little random things. And then you take it to the cashier and then you pay for it there. And it's always funny because they even reference it. They don't say yen, but they say gold. They say it's 2,000 gold or something. And you're like, oh yeah, I have gold kind of thing.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you are a Dragon Quest fan, try if you do ever make it to Roppongi. So, but yeah. So that was our day in a nutshell.
More or less, yeah. I mean, one thing I didn't realize is, or as we were standing there at Luida's bar, it was amusing as we obviously over-ordered food. We had a lot of food.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't to the point of like, oh man, I can't eat anymore. We were pretty full by the end, but just looking around and how most of the people there were just having 1 or 2 themed drinks, maybe a dish of food, and we're just like pounding on the food. Just they continually kept coming back to us, right? Sure, I mean that's the case for us, right. But it was just very amusing to see other people just standing around, just chatting, just acting like it's any typical bar, and we're just like, we gotta order this, we have to try this, we have to have this. You guys are saying this is good, we should try this, and so it was very strange to see that. And the lady just to my left was just looking like, holy crap, right there. They're eating a lot.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh man. So yeah, no, that's really kind of just, I guess, a gloss over the day. It's really, I don't know. It's personally, I was more so looking forward to Luida's bar than really TGS, because TGS I don't mind. I just don't like lining up for things. I really
Japanese. Yeah.
Well, Japanese have turned that into a fucking Olympic sport. I mean, they wait for 4 hours from freaking donuts.
Pretzels.
Pretzels. Yeah, pretzels. But no, Japanese are pretty good about waiting in line for things, and I'm terrible at that. I am not Pee-wee League at all when it comes to that. So, but yeah, that's any other kind of word you want to add to that? Kind of.
No, I mean I enjoyed going to Super Potato with you guys. It was pretty fun. I mean, every time I go there, I don't typically buy stuff. I just like to look. I mean, it's just one of those stores that
Maximum Carnage, $1,000.
Yeah, and didn't we see something else that was like really expensive? I mean, obviously there's a few other things. What was Raw's like for $450 or something, or for the Genesis, and there was something else we saw that was also like $1,000 or something stupid, like I forget what. There was something stupid, just some game that nobody would even possibly think of buying. It's just so dumb, right? But then there's some cool stuff that is expensive that people won't buy too, like you pointed out the Punch Out gold card to me today,
right,
which is really cool. But I mean, I'm not going to spend
too expensive. It
was still like $70-something, but that's just the cart. But
terrible.
It's not terrible, but do you really need it? No, right? It's cool to see it in the store, kind of thing. If you're going to open your own store, maybe yes, but if you're not, probably not, right? And Super Potato to me is just more of almost like an anomaly. It's just to go and look. It's almost like a museum in a way. It's. You could buy some stuff there, but most of the time I walk in, I'm just like, I just feel like it's overpriced, a lot of it. Right. There's the odd thing that isn't, but yeah, it's just a fun place to just check out. If you're coming to Tokyo, and personally, I don't think Akihabara is that amazing. I think it's a cool place, and there's things to see, And Super Potato is definitely probably at the top of the list, and I would advise going there. But I don't know. I don't really ever feel like this desire to. I have to grab this and this off the shelves. I mean,
right, because you'll be pretty poor pretty quickly.
Oh, that's for sure true. I mean, if that's the case, you're gonna want to go to a book off or something like that, right? To find
and you can still find really good stuff at like a book off.
You can, but it's kind of random.
Right,
well.
you're
Super Potato's always going to have it. It's going to be in decent condition.
Right.
So if you really want something and you want to pay the price for it, you can find it there.
Right.
Yeah.
So. I'd say that's also the case in Nagoya. There's one that we've gone to, Arbel, that's Keepers of Time.
Yeah. It's like that.
It's a cool name.
It's
awesome name.
It's pretty awesome name. It's I can't remember the.
Is it Mandrake?
Mandarake, yeah, or something like that. Yeah, Mandarake, Keepers of Time, and it's not just games, but it's also it's got hobbies,
and
so other memorabilia kind of thing.
You'd actually probably like one of the floors. Well, maybe there's like a ton of just non hentai. it's just like because there's 3 or 4 floors, and the higher you go in Japan on floors, it seems to be the less of a soul you have towards that sort of
that's pretty true, actually. That's a good way of putting it.
Oh,
there's been a number of stores that's been the case. So
you are not going closer to heaven when you're you are descending.
Your soul is degrading pretty fast.
That's very true.
So, but on the second floor, I think it's got a lot of hobby just stuff. It's not strictly because they have a section for like games or game soundtracks, but they also have a big section of just like old kind of like 1970s or 80s. They're just like really cool kind of old toys and stuff, and it's kind of just it's not just games, but it's hobbies and toy collecting. It's got a bunch of books, and it's really, you could drop, well, it's like Super Potato, but more, I would say. Maybe not as good a selection of games. Yeah. It doesn't have quite as expansive, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, but how about your stuff there?
What?
Arbel, what's any last words on the potato of Super?
Not really. No.
You don't give a fuck. So.
Now, there's actually another retro game shop in Akihabara near the station, which is kind of like a mini Super Potato. I don't remember the name.
Nah. Okay.
But yeah.
So, but what you sort of live around here.
Kind of.
You have an idea of. You've been here for a while. What is kind of. If you were to come to Tokyo, because I know a lot of people that do want to come to Japan, but they say they do, but they don't. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they don't have the push. I guess they kind of need that little push. Is there some places you would recommend just like I know everybody kind of has, well, not everybody, but a lot of people have Akihabara kind of on their radar. But are there some other places you would recommend just in Tokyo itself
to visit? You mean?
To visit or something if you're to come.
A visitor.
Mm-hmm.
I think Shibuya is quite interesting.
Well, because it's got
big intersection.
How many people cross that? That's a lot.
Some ridiculous amount.
It's the busiest intersection.
You see that in movies all the time. That's
right.
like the major scene. Like if it's like this is Tokyo, they always use that particular shot.
It's Tokyo's Times Square.
Yeah, basically, it's just a huge intersection.
Right. It's quite. There's a couple parks as well. Shinjuku has a park. And then Yoyogi Park, which is very famous.
Yoyogi Park is very famous. It's you actually don't get out at Yoyogi Station, but rather at Harajuku.
Yeah.
And Harajuku is a little grungy, but it's got its own.
It's definitely interesting to go there at night.
It's grungy, but it's got its own. I like the vibe for it.
It's got its own style.
And if you go during the weekend, they have the 50s dancers from time to time. The guys they're dressed in greasers and
they've been around forever too.
Oh yeah.
Long time.
And they're pretty cool.
Yeah. Other than that, like I don't really like Tokyo. I like if you go south, Yokohama is very interesting. I think.
Yokohama also has a very large kind of like Chinatown.
Yeah, there's a Chinatown there. And if you go further south, Kamakura.
Yeah,
a lot of people like that. Yeah, a lot of temples.
The big Buddha. A lot of times when you see the outdoor Buddha, that's the one that's on the show. It's a really nice. I've been there as well. It's really nice, and also on the bay they have the red brick buildings. I don't know if you've been there. It's 3 or 4 red brick buildings, and they have a couple shops and a few restaurants. It's really nice. And actually, when I went there, I was walking away from there, leaving and stuff. They were actually playing, kind of the 5 o'clock music that they play. To Xanarkand. They were playing.
Oh my god.
The to Xanarkand, and I'm like looking like, oh my god, it's to Xanarkand. I'm kind of cool, whatever,
That's impressive.
So it was just kind of in that dork moment. So it's like, yeah, it's so awesome.
Did you do the Titus laugh?
No. Whatever that horrible. Ha ha ha.
It's 5 o'clock.
No, I did not do that.
Okay. I'm disappointed.
So, what about yourself, Sushi? You've been here a few times. What's kind of any...
The thing is, I haven't been here for very, expansive amount of time. They're just over weekends or...
Well, you kind of hit up places. I guess what kind of places would you... I
definitely like Shibuya is a really cool place. Mm-hmm. It's very busy and it's pretty foreigner friendly if you're not accustomed to the city. Mm-hmm. Harajuku is interesting as well. It's just got such offbeat fashion and stuff. If you kind of want to see where the fashion sense of Tokyo kind of comes out of, is definitely around that area. Tokyo Towers is interesting. I mean, I've been up there. I haven't been to the Sky Tree or anything like that.
Yeah, Sky Tree just opened. Yeah.
Right. Tokyo Tower is still cool. You get a really beautiful view of the city and some decent little gift shops up there and stuff.
Actually, a couple places in Shinjuku are free that are even about the same height.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
The government building. It's free and anyone can go up there.
Cool. Yeah, Shinjuku is, of course, a cool place. If you're a fan of the Yakuza series, you definitely want to hit that up so you can see just how close it actually is. It's very similar.
Is it really?
It's pretty close. I mean, it's obviously a little bit different, but
tweaked, but
sure. But you definitely get a very close sense of it, like just walking down the street.
So you just play the game and then come to Japan. Like, okay, I'm pretty
almost in a sense.
Really?
It's really weird. Like it's obviously not the same, but there's just like certain streets you're like, man, that's like freakishly close in a way. It's not, but it is. It's really strange. I like first time I went there, I was like, man, this seems oddly familiar. It shouldn't, but it does, and it's comforting, but it's not. Like it's just I don't know how you explain it any way else, but I mean, just Shinjuku in general it's a very open place, but it's a very closed place too. Like there's a lot to see and do, but there's also very little to see and do at the same time. I don't know what I'm getting. I'm just using these, it's very big, but it's very small, and it's very good, but it's very bad. I'm just it's just such a unique place.
Magical place.
It's not magical by any stretch,
but it's magical, non-magical place.
Yes, there you go. It's definitely something you should see if you're in Tokyo. Yeah. I mean, you really should. If you're only going to see maybe one place, personally, I would probably suggest Shinjuku.
Yeah, it's got pretty much everything there.
That would just be my personal opinion.
One place I do really, really like that you guys didn't mention is Odaiba. I don't know if you've really been to Odaiba.
I don't know that.
Odaiba is kind of your, like, it's a little bit of a date place, but it's really nice. It's a little out of the way, but you get, I don't know, it's you can see Rainbow Bridge, and
they're all artificial islands, actually.
Well,
the whole Odaiba area.
Really?
Yeah, they're all artificial. reclaimed land.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, so there's a lot of interesting stuff there, I think. There's a onsen, which I used to go to a lot. You don't like onsen.
I don't like onsens. But if you like onsens, definitely try it. Or if you want the experience.
It's an onsen modeled after Edo, like the old Tokyo. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, got restaurants and a little bit of amusement section, and then it has the onsen as well.
Okay.
Which is partially outdoors. It's got a really, really big shopping mall, which you might like too.
It's huge. Yeah. They also have the fake kind of miniature Statue of Liberty just kind of standing
there. And the monorail is actually really interesting to go on, especially during like sunset, because it has really beautiful views.
Sure.
So it's a really gorgeous place, even though it's a little...
It's still Tokyo, but it's kind of like almost like a getaway.
Right.
For me, especially living here.
Right. So if you kind of want to see that little difference in it, or at least kind of try to check it out, I'd really suggest Odaiba. Odaiba's really fun. Or personally, just skip Tokyo and come visit Nagoya.
I don't know about Nagoya.
Definitely not Nagoya. Tongue in cheek on that one, but no, I I'm personally more of a fan of kind of the other
Yeah,
places.
For someone that's been living in Tokyo 3 years, I mean, if you come to Japan and you stay in Tokyo, you're doing the wrong thing. You're missing out on a lot. There's a lot out there.
Try some of the other places.
I'd be very sad if someone did that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of understandable. Some people just really, really like Tokyo. I mean, they feel
if you like the city, but there's also other cities. Like I went to Fukuoka and I was surprised at how modern it was.
I've heard good things.
It's a great city.
Well, like
Amazing
Hiroshima's my favorite city. Yeah, I love Hiroshima, and that's like a really, like, it's just a very, I don't know why, but we just, for whatever reason,
Beautiful
really
city.
like Hiroshima. Hiroshima's a really enjoyable place to go. I kind of live in a little bit of a smaller can't talk. A little bit of a.
He needs a beer.
Need a beer. Beer me.
Beer me.
But not like I kind of not a huge place, but it's not a tiny place. But I mean, you've seen where I live.
It's like a Cleveland.
It's like Cleveland. That's a great example. It's like a Cleveland. Toyohashi, yeah. But no, it's like, so I kind of I if you have the chance, definitely try to see some of the smaller cities if you can. Like Mishima's kind of close, so you can. Yokohama's a good example of kind of suggesting different places, or just. Nico's north of here, which is it's beautiful during fall. I love when it's.
I haven't been there yet.
The seasonal change. It's really beautiful. Just going north in general is really, really beautiful. It's just I love that kind of mountainous.
Yeah, climb Mount Fuji.
Mount Fuji.
Yep.
And that's about an hour or so by bullet train to here from here, so not too bad. Sushi, yourself, have you really been?
I haven't had a chance. No, I just don't get enough time to. When I'm on vacation, unfortunately, Japan's not really on my mind. It's just like there are more exotic places.
Some other places that you've actually been to, kind of.
Oh, jeez. I mean, I've been to Hong Kong. I've been to Singapore. I've been to Beijing. I've been to Australia, like all over Australia. I've been to New Zealand. I've been to Vancouver. I mean, most of Asia. I mean, not everywhere.
Vancouver and Australia, not Asia.
No, but I mean, I've been to Indonesia. I've been to Malaysia. I've been to Thailand. I've tried to travel as much as possible. I've been to Malaysia just recently. I mean, try to get around to a lot of Asia. I mean, I've seen a lot of the major cities in Asia. I've tried to move around. I lived in Taiwan at one point for a long time. So,
well, like a recommendation then for maybe not just Japan, because I mean I know a lot of people listen, like really if they haven't, they definitely want to hit up Japan, but any other countries that you would really recommend, or just I guess kind of maybe something to like advice to kind of be like, maybe you can't go to Japan, but maybe try something else, even if it's not Asia particularly, maybe like Mexico or like Southern America or Europe or Africa or.
Yeah, I mean it's all about getting as you said earlier, it's all about getting the drive. You really gotta. No one's gonna push you, right? You have to be the one that says, "I want to try this," and it's about kind of putting some priorities to it. A lot of people are like, "I want to go to Japan." And it's like, that's great, do it. Well, I can't. Well, why can't you do it? And they're like, well, why can't you do it? Well, I don't have a passport. Well, that's an easy part. Yeah. It's easy to get a passport. Well, I don't have enough money. Okay, so each month you just budget. Stop buying X amount of video games or cut out something out of your budget to start planning for it. And you can do it. You really can. But I don't know, there's just sort of this mentality, and I don't mean this in any rude way or anything, but a lot of people are just kind of very comfortable with their situation. And too many things are a dream to them. It's too far away.
Kind of put it on a pedestal.
Yeah,
it's not achievable.
Yeah, it's not. That's right. It's not achievable, but that's not true. It's really not. Like if you really want to do something, you can do it.
Yeah. And very simply, it's really
I know there
not
are
that
some
difficult.
Yeah, there are some people that are in a situation they have 2 kids to support or something. I can understand that's a different situation, right? And you could still maybe do it, but it would be obviously much more difficult. But I think there are a lot of people that are just kind of, as you said, they put it on the pedestal, and for some reason it's a goal, but I don't know, it's too distant to them for some reason. They feel it is, but it shouldn't be, right?
Right.
So I don't know. Do you guys want to throw in anything on that, or?
Arbel, you want to kind of, because you took a different path to kind of you.
You mean to come here?
Yeah, you kind of.
Yeah, I quit my job. Just came
It's
here.
usually a good way to start there.
Yeah, I was working. I think my parents were hoping I was just gonna get married and live a normal life.
A normal life.
A normal
And
life.
then I said, I'm going to Japan, quitting my job, go study. And they're like, okay.
Yeah, they love
Well, that's cool that they were just like, okay.
Oh, no, they weren't.
No,
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
They were pretty pissed.
Well, I understand that because I was kind of in that
Yeah, they
situation.
pretty much told me
so.
it was a waste of time and,
Right.
why the hell are you doing this? And, now they're okay with it because I got a job and, I studied here for a while.
Yeah.
But, it was a bit of a risk.
It is. I mean, especially to live, though, right? To
Yeah,
travel is one
travel
thing.
is one thing.
Right.
To live
It
here
really is,
a
but-
completely different thing. But, it paid off, but you had to, I had to basically say, like, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And there's always going to be risks when
Yeah.
you do stuff like that. But sometimes you just have to just do it. And the regret is going to be far worse. If that's anything I've learned, is the regret is much worse than not trying. So even for travel's sake, if you've always wanted to go to Japan, you should at least just do it,
Right.
Do it once, and you'll never regret it. I
Right.
think.
Right. Well, you would hope not, right? I mean, there might be.
Yeah, maybe it'll
Kind
be
of a
bad.
bad
That is a bit
experience.
of a backfire, though, is that some people do put it, as you said, on the pedestal, and then they're
Right.
like, well, I'm going to go to Japan, and it's going to be amazing because everything's going to be so awesome. And then
It's
it
true,
turns out to
but-
just be like, whoa, it's just not,
the
it's just okay. It's
Roads
not,
of gold and fountains of milk. and
Right,
honey.
That's a good thing, though. 'Cause
Sometimes it
regret,
is.
regret is very bad. If
well,
there's
regret would
anything-
be worse,
yeah.
yes.
I think regret is
So you're
worse.
taking
but-
the lesser of the two poisons out.
Yeah.
I suppose,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
so-
personally, I came to other parts of Asia first, like Korea, and then I came to Japan after. And I mean, I always had the mentality sort of that, like, Japan's going to be really cool.
Right.
But having already been to places like Singapore, Hong Kong,
Yeah.
Seoul, like major cities that obviously are not exactly the same as Tokyo, but have some commonalities in a lot of ways. And, you get to Tokyo and you're like, okay, Tokyo has some different things to offer, but I'm not that, impressed, to be honest. I mean, if you go straight to Tokyo, you might be completely just
Right.
like, this is amazing. Like,
Well, yeah,
but then you go to like Hong Kong after, you might be like, well, what's so great about Hong Kong?
Mhm.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
true,
it could
that's
it could be
true.
that.
Right.
For me, it could have been that, right?
Right.
Hipster sushi.
Could be.
But no, you-
I'm just cultured.
Culture, damn it. Culture, damn it.
At least in Asia. So
Yeah, but it's definitely a good point that Arbel brings up there, is that it's you don't want that regret. And I definitely did. Personally, I just kind of did it. I didn't even think about. It was just going to happen. It was kind of
don't think, feel.
don't feel. But I honestly, it is. I don't know. Like, I never had that moment's thought of fear that it might not work out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I kind of just did it. And I don't know if
Yeah.
you, especially for yourself, Arbel,
Because
you
I
kind
came
of
as a student.
and
I
then
was
you
paying
switched
money,
over, right? So
Yeah.
it's a little
pretty
different for
risky.
you.
Yeah.
And then I'm just kind of like, hey, I'm kind of getting a job over here. Kind of thing. So, and then just kind of coming here and not knowing exactly what, I guess, that entailed.
Sure.
The job itself.
That's
is
sometimes
just
life, though.
Right,
You're
exactly.
not always going to know what's going to
Oh,
happen.
yeah.
No,
but
you
it's
have to
more
take a
exciting
risk
that
at
way.
some
Yeah.
point, right?
Right.
I mean, if you don't, you're not living. So.
Right, exactly. The whole kind of, I guess, kind of to myself, the rubber band soul. You gotta stretch yourself out from time to time to kind of.
I mean, that's
really
okay
get-
if you want to do that, if you want to settle down and have kids. I know
Mhm.
a lot of people
Sure,
like that, and I
it's
don't
great.
criticize them for
No,
that.
no,
at
no,
all.
no, no, not
Definitely
at all. No.
That is just for myself. Rubber band.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, if you have that desire, you definitely have to at least try it once,
Right.
if you
Mhm.
can.
Well, it's like
I think.
it's like gambling, right? Big risk, big rewards. So,
You gotta spend money to make money.
well,
Yeah.
maybe not if you're a student.
So you're
But
saying I should play pachinko more?
Pachinko.
shogi or whatever they play, or mahjong. Or mahjong's very Chinese, I guess.
Well,
Uh,
that
they
was
do
really,
play
that was really
here, so-
popular in the 80s and 70s.
Oh, okay. Okay. Mahjong
thing.
parlors or whatever.
I don't know about right now.
No.
Probably not right now.
Maybe
the
not as
best
much.
time.
Maybe not. But
But no, it's definitely because we all three of us do not live in our mother country, and
No.
right.
probably all three of our mothers are really kind of down on us doing that.
Not too bad, but
No, I don't know about you guys. But
I've been
my
away
parents have
too far along down the line that it's just kind of like, it is what it is now, right? It's just like...
Right.
And that's something you have to take in consideration is
Right.
if you do kind of like move away, if you don't like stay at home, but like move to an entirely different country, you aren't seeing family very
No,
often.
you're
You're
not.
not.
Yeah, that's
Like,
probably
well,
used to.
not if, but when my family does hear this, they'll probably I really don't know how to explain it, but because I can talk to them on Skype, I don't feel that far.
Yeah.
And to me, for whatever reason, in my head of goofy thoughts, it doesn't feel like it's really that far.
No, it's normal.
I guess a voice is enough for me.
But you still have connection in some way, right? If you're not talking at all,
right?
then it's a big problem. Or it could be a big problem.
Well, not even just that. Yeah, there is definitely a disconnect if you're not at all. You just. But if you are talking at least on some sort of regular basis, to me it just doesn't feel like there's really a disconnect. I don't know if maybe I was abused as a kid and I don't remember. It's coming out subconsciously.
No, I think...
Blame you, parents. It's all your fault.
Arbel brought up like some of these points to me earlier today, just about, once you live in a place for a while, it becomes your new home.
Yeah.
I mean, just because your family's not there doesn't mean like you don't care or anything. It's just because you've set up a bit of a new life in this new place, and that's just how it is, right? It's not like you hate your home country or what. I mean, you might, but and it's not like you're like, this is the greatest place, this is so much better than home. It's just become the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so you're just used to it, and you enjoy where you are, at least enough. Otherwise, you would go home, right? If you really disliked it. That's just the way it is. So
I don't know. I've never like I get kind of restless though. Like I don't know why. I think just kind of moving from a lot as when I was younger, I've kind of gotten to this where I feel very uncomfortable being in the same place for too horribly long. I feel like I have to go somewhere else. It's kind of vagabond spirit.
Well, that's why you got to get into the travel bug a little bit, right? And I know money can be an issue at times,
Right.
but if you get a little bit of the travel bug, it definitely relieves a lot of that
But
tension.
this is like pick up and go. It's not necessarily travel. It's more of...
I know that's what I mean though. If you do get a bit of the travel bug though, that does cure that at least
okay.
for a short time, right? Because
Sure.
you're kind of like, oh, I had a vacation, I went to this place and it was different and I enjoyed it, and then it's like back to a little bit,
kind of
back to
recharge the batteries.
Yeah, and that's what vacation's supposed to be for.
Right.
Right?
Well, like how about like your guys' stuff? Because I moved around a bit. I stayed, like I don't really remember it, but when I was 3, I moved from Texas to Ohio. Kind of, we'll just say Texas to Ohio.
Yeah.
So I don't really remember that. Earliest memories I have is like the first night coming back, and then I stayed in that place for a few years, and kind of jumping to and from because parents divorced and stuff, and so I was going from different houses there, and then going to college and everything. So I just kind of never really felt akin to anywhere, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever really had that. I know Arbel, you're kind of a bit more. You were talking about your little incident with how you always had the same address, so you're like, why is my card not working? Kind of thing.
I lived in the same house for basically my whole life.
And so I don't know if like coming over here or like if going to college kind of alleviated any sort of issues with that you might have
That's
had.
true. Yeah.
Because honestly, like when we first kind of met, and I guess to kind of point out, like, Arbel and I have pretty much since freshman year of college.
Yeah.
2004, 8 years ago.
Long time ago.
Kind of scary, but you did feel kind of like you really had I guess an enjoyment going back home. You really liked going back home. Where I was kind of like, I'll stay here. I don't need to go back.
I mean, that's where I grew up, and I lived
Right.
there my whole life, basically.
So I didn't know if kind of that going to school and then eventually going to Japan really. It wasn't so bad because you were at least having that disconnect by going to school, and you could kind of
there wasn't a problem.
branch out and stuff. So how about yourself, Sushi? What kind of?
I lived in the same city, just moved house to house around the city in different parts, here or there. But when it comes to like wanting to go home, there's just the answer is absolutely no. That's just the absolute honest answer. Just no. I've been back once, and it was just no. I didn't like it. And partly I didn't. It was a very short time, right? I didn't get to see my friends really and stuff. But just as a whole, I'm just like, no, there's no desire to go back to that specific place. And it's just no. I don't know. I don't feel. And it's such a weird thing. You live in a place for over 20 years. You grow up there. You live there. You know pretty much everything there is until you leave. And then you hear things on the news, because I don't really follow about what's going on in the city and what have you. And then you're just like, oh, and they're building this new building in downtown, and this and this and this is happening. And you're just like, oh, that's weird, because I don't really follow the news and I don't have desire to go there. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, it's kind of, on one hand, it's nice that it seems like the city's growing and doing well. But on the other hand, I'm just like, but still, I'm just like, I don't really need to go there. I just don't. So
kind of remind me. I think I was coming back from Saitama, so I had stayed in Saitama for 10 months. The first night I got back, what's on the news? Triple homicide. I think I could do without this.
That's alright.
Things are back to normal.
Back home. Yeah. And I was just kind of like, I don't know if I can. Kind of.
This got really serious, so we need more alcohol.
Yeah, I'm out of alcohol. This is bad.
I told you. I
told
you guys should have got two. Oh well, that's all right.
That's all right.
Taylor, before it was really serious, but actually before you've got a little present there. Why don't you bring that up there?
What are you talking about? Oh yeah, because
from
we are
Luida's.
so awesome.
Well,
no,
mostly you.
We no, well, I guess since Arbel and I are so awesome. And I guess a little.
I get 1/6 of that.
You get 1/6 of nothing because.
I don't care. I still get 1/6 of that.
9, and that is. I don't know if I can kind of.
It might not focus too well, but
kind of comes in, and I have leveled up, mofo's, and so I am now on the second adventure of Luida's bar. Oh yeah, how do you like me now? So and then you get this cool for after. Do you have the first?
I
one?
do, but
Someone you basically fill up, and you after getting so many stamps and stuff, you actually after you fill out the stamps, you get a gold coin, and then you
kind of
use the coin on different things. Like if you use the one coin, you can get a legendary honey toast, which.
No.
Honey toast.
Keep the coin. Seriously. Keep the coin.
Here's the thing: if you get 2, you get the legendary dinner course.
No.
Which
I'd pay for the dinner course. Keep the coins. The coins are pretty cool.
Then, or you can get a special Dragon Quest item with 3 coins, or you can get the kind of the medallion kind of thing. So
yeah. It's just like the games. When I get the mini medals, I never spend them for anything. I'm just like, these are awesome. Don't spend them.
Yeah. Well, no. If I was to get to the kind of
was it level 4 is the end or something, right?
Yeah. Road to the King of Metal.
Well, it's that
not
big
metal. But
there's this huge medal that they have on display.
Right.
That's
so you can.
I mean, it looks kind of similar to that, but it's quite a bit bigger. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool. I would be a little sad actually if you traded in the coin for just food. I mean. You can just buy the food.
Oh, right. But it's legendary honey toast that's not on the menu.
Ooh.
That's the thing. What do you mean? Well, I wouldn't do it for honey toast. It's honey toast.
You can buy that just at about any other coffee shop.
Some of the cuter waitresses nakedly lathered me in honey and
you give up the coin for that. I could buy you that for like 1,000 yen at like any coffee shop.
Not the whole nakedness of rolling on it and anyway.
Have you been to Shinjuku?
Anyways.
It wouldn't cost 100 yen, that's for sure.
I said 1,000!
Oh, it wouldn't cost 1,000.
Anyways.
Anywho. Yeah, I think we should probably kind of go into a game thing.
Yeah, maybe a little quick game here and then...
Yeah, because it's getting late. Yeah, it's a quarter after
You guys have to
11.
get on the train.
We gotta head back.
Because of technical issues and stuff, we kind of
it's
shorten the time a little bit.
Really.
Yeah, I'll take the blame on that. I apologize.
You better. I mean,
yes.
It is all your fault.
Yes.
For absolutely no reason.
Yes.
So yeah, we're gonna
give Arbel the
we're just gonna do the pick the number and do a game, and I'm gonna get throttled.
I don't think this is gonna go very well in general.
I think
it's been a long day, had a few beers.
Yeah, so
I don't think we're quite drunk, but definitely
tipsy.
It's gonna be a little messy.
It could be kind of bad. So since you are the guest, Arbel,
all right,
want to kind of pick a number 1 through 28.
I'll say 17.
17. What do we got here? Games with the letter S.
Letter S. Okay.
So
Any game.
well,
I
just to
suppose
kind
so,
of
yeah.
throw out this, like, if you say a game, you say
Use another letter. Say the letter
Say you
M.
use
Mega Man.
M. Yeah. So you say Sushi says Mega Man. I can't say like Mega Man 3,
Okay.
and you
Yeah.
can't do like Mega Man Banana
Legends or something. Or...
Bonanza Party Time
Whatever.
Hour or whatever. So you can't. Yeah, it's just not the same series kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So games with the letter S. And since you are the guest, you would start us off. And Sushi, or you or me second?
Bungie go second.
I'll go second. I'm so good.
Yeah, I'm terrible at stuff like that.
Well, we'll sort of.
We'll be terrible together.
We're all gonna be bad, man.
So anytime you want to start us off.
And I'm drunk too.
Hey man, we don't even like.
We've all
I've
had
been,
some
I've been
drinks.
drinking on camera at least. So these two are lying.
I've had 2
Are we
beers
doing
more than
Japanese
you.
titles or English titles? Doesn't matter.
We typically do English titles,
English.
unless it's
Okay.
something that's somewhat reasonable. If it's
He
just
cheats and says biohazard from time to time.
oh yeah, only I cheat, right?
Well, I can't do it because if I say
No, I think you
something-
said biohazard at some
I know.
point as well. So
Okay.
it's got to be something that's kind of reasonable. If it's something,
If it's-
if
if
Taylor
it's-
really knows it, but I'm kind of like, I'm sorry, I really don't know it.
It might be
It
okay.
might be a little,
Okay.
yeah, it might be a bit of a
Like,
stretch.
Schlong Donson.
Schlong Donson. Is that supposed to be Don Johnson?
Oh, man.
Yeah. So if you, yeah. So yeah. Anytime you want to start us off.
Okay, I'll start off with Secret of Mana.
God, you fucking.
I know you were thinking that. I knew you were thinking that.
Okay. Okay. I'll go with Super Mario Brothers.
Secret of Evermore.
Okay, Strider.
Good one. Nice
That
one.
is a good one. That is a good one.
I
I can't think.
shit.
This is terrible. I can't think of an S one to save my life.
Oh, I know.
You said Secret of Mana.
I know one.
I don't know.
Super Sluts Booty Butts.
Yeah. Super Metroid.
Star Fox.
Skate or Die, motherfucker.
Oh shit! Shit! I forgot about that one.
Nice.
No, what's coming to mind are like fucking movies. I'm like, why is like 16 Candles or something like stupid like that. Sonic the Hedgehog.
There you go. Super Star Wars.
Shit.
That's not a game, sir.
Yes, but it was S.
Can't be again. Oh, fuck. Not good.
That's not good.
Already.
Don't worry, I was stalling there.
Alright, just keep stalling it. There's gotta be another secret of something.
I don't know. I don't know of any other.
That's titles.
Tapping out there?
Not yet. No. How much time do I have?
Well, we typically have
We
a
try to-
sort
yeah.
of a time frame.
5.
We don't want it to go too long.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
4.
Isn't there something called Sword and Sorcery? Is that good?
Yeah, Sword and Sorcery.
Sword and Sorcery.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm not quite sure.
I'll go with
We'll accept it, I
You
guess.
accept
Yeah,
it?
yeah, sure. For the sake of the game.
Sword of Vermilion.
Nice one. Sword of Sodan.
Oh yeah.
cheaters.
Yeah.
It's my first game.
Mr. Swords and Stuff.
Something. Oh no. Oh damn it. Serious Sam.
Oh,
Nice,
good
nice.
one. Oh, not good for me. Not good for fucking S, really?
I don't know why it's difficult.
Cause we don't have Google to look at.
Damn Google age.
Goddamn Google. You already said Strider, didn't you?
He did.
Yep.
Fucking asshole. This is really.
Is that a tap?
It might be. Solomon's Key.
Yeah.
Ooh, that
Street Fighter.
right up.
Oh,
Fucking serious? Fucking serious?
of the Stars.
Streets of
Nice.
Rage,
Techno
asshole.
Secret of the Stars. Streets of Rage.
I said that.
No, I'm saying you said. That's what I'm saying. You said that.
I
Oh,
said
okay,
that,
okay.
I said
Sorcerian.
that. No fucking. God damn. Back to you.
No. No.
Secret of the Stars. That game blows. That game's a shitty game.
It's a horrible game.
It's really bad.
It's
an S game, goddamn.
It's an S game, but it's
It is
a
an S game.
shitty game.
It's horrible. Ah, shit.
All I can think of is Carnage.
Fucking Carnage. What a fucking winner of a game.
Yeah.
I should do like dances on the camera here. Entertain you people while.
Nice.
What about that 7-Up game, Spot?
Spot, yeah, there you go.
Well, it's Cool Spot though.
Oh,
shit.
Sorry,
That sucks to
it
be
is
you.
Cool Spot.
Damn it.
Running out of time.
It's a game called Sands of Time. And it's Prince of Persia.
Sands
No,
of
that is
Destruction.
Prince of Persia. Sands of Destruction.
Sands of Destruction.
Yeah. Sands of Time.
You're welcome.
You're right, Prince of Persia.
Star
Davidson.
Tropics.
Star Tropics. That was that's a good one. Actually, it was next on my mind. But I'm gonna go with Star Ocean.
No fucking.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
How did we not get that?
Because we're
Can
dumbass.
it be any game?
It starts with an S.
Yeah.
StarCraft.
Sure.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Taylor had StarCraft apparently.
No, I didn't. I didn't really think he was gonna have something. Seventh Saga.
Seven Saga.
If you want to count that, because it does technically have the number 7.
Yeah, but it starts with an S, right?
Okay, fine. I win.
Series.
That one, do it.
Shining Force,
Oh, it's so easy.
which I think should negate all Shining games, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Suikoden.
Nice.
You ass. You ass. Silent Hill.
Good one. I had one there and just lost it.
Yeah, you did. In your face.
Yes, it's in my face.
Totally.
I keep thinking of a racing game there. Sega Rally.
Game over, yeah.
Game over, yeah! That was really bad. I think there is like a little drum line, isn't there?
Yeah, right at the end, like
Totally
14.
is.
There's like a 7-second thing of silence, and then it's.
I've used that song so many times in game development for testing. Oh man, I have to think.
Curtain call 5.
No.
I'm
thinking.
4.
Keep counting.
3. 2. 1.
No.
0.
This is up to you, Taylor.
It's up to me.
Yeah.
Siphon filter.
Nice one.
Nice.
Are those games any good?
I've never played a single one.
Never
So,
played.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
It's a pretty long running series, but
Yes, it is. Actually, I've played a demo of one ages ago.
like PlayStation or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a 3. I don't know. Whatever.
Ooh.
Oh,
Excuse
Nice,
me.
nice.
Coming from down deep.
Yeah. Actually, you don't know that. Actually, I can make myself burp like at will. Hey.
Well, yeah,
Go
fucks
for
with
it,
your
go for it.
diaphragm there.
Yeah, probably, but
Not probably, it does.
it's fine.
Alright, do it.
You only got one.
My turn.
Yes.
Sega Bass Fishing.
Soul Blader.
Soul Bladder.
It's Blader, motherfucker! It's Blader!
Soul Calibur.
This
Suck
is
it.
Easy too.
Yeah.
I don't know how I forget these.
Oh, sure. I mean, we're sitting here, right? This is typical, though, right?
Yeah.
This is very typical, right? You're
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it just happens, right?
You can kind of start counting anytime.
5.
Thanks. What are friends
4.
for?
3.
Keep it rolling.
Alright. 2. 1. 0.
So I've got to say when to win, and I'm going with Saturday Night Slam Masters
Oh wow.
by Capcom.
Isn't Slam Dunk a fucking game too? No,
I think it is. Yeah, I think there is like on the Saturn and
yeah,
stuff.
something for the Slam Dunks.
I had I just had another one to just forgot.
Probably like there's probably like some street game or something.
I think there's like one Street Smart. No, he said
Streets
Streets of
of
Rage.
Rage.
He said Streets of Rage for sure. There's probably a few other just like Sega something games we're just not hitting.
You know what also came to mind? I think
Super Smash TV.
Smash
Well, Smash TV, right?
Super Smash. That thing. No. What came
Super
to mind?
Smash Brothers, yeah.
Totally came to mind.
Which one?
Sex Kittens, which had nothing.
Hell is that? Are you looking at these fucking weird program
Yeah.
things you've
Good
got
quality TV.
going on here?
Good
This hotel.
quality.
You
Blue.
might have to put explicit on this video. Showing that stuff.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
totally.
hot.
That one's not as bad as those other ones, I guess.
No, I don't even know. Like, no, because
What the hell is
Sex Kittens is a reference to Bill Hicks, one of his jokes.
Yeah, okay.
Because he talks about being in a hotel and watching like adult feature, and what comes on, it's two dudes, one film and another dude's hairy ass, and it's like wow 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 wow, and it's let's call this one Sex Kittens or something. Yeah, that's what came to mind. So, want to know throughout this whole game.
All you could think of is that. You did pretty well then.
Sex Kittens was on my mind.
Your second brain was working pretty well. Or you're able to shut down the sex side. And Sexy Paradise is a game. It's like it's like an offspin of the Gradius series by Konami. Seriously.
Oh, bro, yeah.
No, seriously.
Yeah,
There is. There's that one. It's called it.
It is. So, yeah, so that is it. We've got to kind of wrap it up here and get going.
That was a good game, though. We did okay.
Yeah.
Considering.
We did okay being slightly liquored up. And
that's probably a game
long
slightly
game.
liquored up. Liquor, I hardly even know it, right?
But yeah, Arbel, you want to kind of mention anything? Buy Rhythm Control 2?
Yes, buy my game. I made a game for iPhone called Rhythm Control 2.
And Rhythm Control, buy both of them.
A lot of Chinese pirates, so please support it.
Help me.
Buy it.
So, yeah, if you're interested in rhythm games, it's really fun.
This is specifically for iPhone, right?
Yeah, just for
iPhone,
iPhone. Android, maybe in December.
Cool.
And then also iPad, if you have an iPad, check it out.
Universal app. So
And it's
$2.
$2.
So it's cheap. It's less than a cup of
It's
coffee.
fun, and the music's great. I love the music. They have a few doujin artists or kind of amateur artists that do music and stuff. It's
good stuff.
Good stuff. I really.
You have some videos on YouTube of gameplay, right?
Yes,
right?
yeah,
I think Taylor sent me before.
I'll link it up so you can check it out. It's fun. I tried it last night, and I was, I've played rhythm games.
Songs.
Yeah, like I've played rhythm games before. I like them, and it's really easy to kind of get into.
It's easy for beginners to get into.
Yeah, so you're not kind of like, oh, let's start. Failed. No, cool.
Yeah.
I'm done. It's not like that. So you definitely can get into it, but there is also a challenge to it. So it's not just you get it and just kind of shit all over. Like, I am the warrior. I'm greatest.
It's a bit hardcore.
It takes some time to.
Takes some time, but we made sure the easy songs were
enjoyable
accessible
and not just kind of like.
Yeah, they're still enjoyable.
Yeah, one button every 30 seconds. Kind of
right.
I did it, I'm so great. Kind of thing, right. So, Sushi, anything else you want to add there?
I forgot Sunset Riders for S. I love that game. You guys like Sunset Riders?
No.
Have you played it? No.
Nope.
That was one of like the few 7-Eleven games I had in the neighborhood in the arcade.
Okay.
Really cool game. Sunset Riders. Play it if you haven't played it. This is pretty awesome.
I know I'm probably forgetting something. There's something that's like I'm gonna get home and I'll see something that starts with an S that I should be like really
something that was really awesome that should have been brought up and wasn't brought up. That's normal. That's normal.
Probably. And it's not Sex Kittens. So,
it's Sexy Dogs or something. Sex Wolf.
It's Kittens of Sex or something.
Sex Wolf.
Sex Wolf.
No, I don't have much else to say. Just thank you very much for coming on, Arbel.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah,
had a good day today, and I really appreciate that you came on the podcast. It was nice.
Hopefully another one in the future.
Yeah,
hopefully you don't have no issues in the future.
Yeah, maybe a little different too, because kind of we did this off the cuff, so it was a little.
Yeah.
I don't know, kind of wasn't really.
But it's nice. This is kind of our first time kind of just doing one without a very set topic. So
yeah, so we were just
it's a little different. It's good.
A little different, and just I don't know. It's kind of hard to be like, let's just talk.
In person, it's a little more
weirder,
awkward.
Just kind of be like,
it
is.
Let's do this.
Yeah. It's easier to do it
But I still beat Taylor in person, so he can see that I don't cheat when
Still
I beat him at those games.
I had sex kittens on the mic. Get off my back. Okay.
Sex Wolf, coming to the theater near you, starring Liam Neeson. That's the sequel to The Grey. The Sex Wolf.
Oh, with bits of the Taken.
Well, he beats the shit out of the wolf, and then the wolf like goes and mates with like a fox or something, and then Taken's in there as well, and the Unknown. Whatever, I don't know what else he's in. Darkman definitely shows up. Julie!
Julie!
I can't believe you said Secret of the Stars today.
Yeah, I used to like that game.
I had good word to buy it, like on the SNES. Like one of the shop owners, I really like going to the shop. It was a old school shop. Sega Gaga, yeah. Well, there was more Sega something titles we didn't say. Right?
Anywho.
But
yeah.
Secret of the Stars.
Secret of the Stars, greatest game.
I had good word. The guy at the store, he gave me his word. He's like, good guy. He owned the store for a long time. I've known him for a long time. He's like, Secret of the Stars, pretty good game. I $40 or something. It wasn't cheap.
$40.
It wasn't cheap. No, that's the thing. It wasn't cheap. So I went on his word. And it was really bad. I was surprised how bad it was.
For me, it's mostly nostalgia. I mean, the game's
not
that good at all.
No, it's
I wouldn't pay
bad.
more than like $5 for it. But.
Yeah. Is it just Secret of the Stars, or is it Tecmo's Secret of the Stars?
Tecmo.
Well, it is.
If Tecmo, you
Well, no. Maybe like Tecmo presents Secret of the Stars.
I thought it was Tecmo's 'S Secret of the Stars.
I don't know. I have to look that up.
We should look that up.
I could have been cheating.
he could be.
That's all right. Sometimes we do let stuff. Otherwise, the game kind of sucks, right?
Most people refer to it as Secret of the Stars.
Yeah, right.
Especially
well, no, I think
I
I've heard it referred to as in both ways, but
okay.
I think that's more the sticklers that are like Tecmo's Secret of the Stars.
And we are sticklers here.
All right.
Yes.
I'll keep
as
that
you
in mind.
as you obviously could
I'll
tell,
keep that
right?
in mind.
So, but yeah, that's it. So, thanks for listening and watching me be stupid. If you watch this on YouTube or listen to whatever. Anywho, thanks for listening, guys. Have a good day.